Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Mahesh Veluswamy here from the team of LLB School. And today I welcome everyone on behalf of LLB School for the first session of International Career Talk webinar series on the topic Successful Journeys of Biotechnologists and Bioinformaticians. And today we'll be having Professor Prakash Vincent, head of the department from Manonmaniam Sundarnar University. And we are really thankful for accepting our invitation, sir. And indeed, it's our great pleasure to host you today. And I request Ms. Nehal from the team of LLB School to give a brief keynote about the honorable guest. So, Ms. Nehal, please go ahead.
Yes. Hello everyone. We would like to welcome you all to the first session of International Career Talk webinar series. Today we are honored to have Professor Prakash Vincent here with us. He is the Chairman Associate of BRICS Biomed Cooperation, which is established for promoting biomedical technologies to treat diseases across BRICS countries. Additionally, he is serving as the focal point of European Commission for its biggest EU research and innovation program, that is Horizon 2020 research funding program to foster Indo-EU collaborations. He is also working as an associate professor and coordinator at International Center for Nanobiotechnology at Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, Tamil Nadu, India, as already told by Mahesh. And he is a recipient of several prestigious fellowships like DARD, EMBO, Marie Curie, and UNESCO Biotechnology Fellowship. So I think we could not have found a better person to kick off our career talk series. Today he will be talking about developing biotechnology career through international fellowships. So I request Professor Vincent to tell us a bit more about his current roles and take us through his career journey. Over to you, Professor Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahesh and Snehal. Good afternoon to all of you. It's a pleasure to present before you the career path I came across. I like developing biotechnology career through international fellowships. Although currently I work as a professor in Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, which is at the southern tip of India. And the content of my talk will be on almost four aspects. My little bit on education background, then the journey of how I came through from my post-graduation to this professor level, what are the skills, what are the fellowships I got, etc. Then one slide on record skill sets, little bit detail on the thing. Finally, I'll just end up with possible opportunities. Actually, this possible opportunities has a lot of slides. So only on this aspect, I'll be just skipping because the information, it's just information. So you can download the slide or so that you can go in detail. Okay. So coming to the first one, a little bit of education background. Like I did my BSc Zoology in 1885 to 88 from Nesmani Memorial Christian College, Marthalam, Kanyakumari district in India. Then moved on to Trivandrum to do my MSc Aquatic Biology and Fisheries, 88 to 90 in Department of Aquatic Biology and Fisheries, University of Kerala. Then MPhil, I moved on to University of Madras, Chennai. 1991, I did my MPhil. Then PhD was on neuropeptides, 92-97, University of Madras and University of Bonn, Germany. Postdoctoral work I did on cloning of GPS receptors in University of Oldenburg, Germany. Another postdoc on transgenic fishes at 2004 to 6, European Molecular Biology Laboratory, Germany. Since 1999, I am a faculty, joined as a temporary lecturer, then became permanent in 1999. Then 2013, I'm a professor and I'm heading the Center for Marine Science and Technology in Manonmaniam Sundarnar University. Now, so this is the thing, journey of the guest. So that's a nice term given by the organizers. So I thought I'll just tell my story and add up in between. Because I was doing my aquatic biology and fisheries in 1990 in University of Kerala. In one of the talk, Dr. J. Prakash, he just returned from Auburn University, USA, after his postdoc. He talked about transgenic fish in the MSc class. So hearing this word transgenic fish was my motivation and pulled me towards biotechnology, because in our syllabus doesn't cover biotechnology. Then this was the thing, transgenic fish. So I thought like I should worry my future or do my research in transgenic fish. So this is the motivation I got from Dr. Prakash. Thank you for the same. And then I was to get employment news. Okay, one time from my BSc itself, BSc second year itself, I used to get employment, go through what are the type of employments coming, etc., etc. 1989, I saw in June employment news that they are going to have a competitive exam called CSR UGC exam, NET. So there are 41 units, and then I thought, okay, I should compete. So 3 times I tried. Okay, third time, when I was in Chennai, like the good library facility, people were there to discuss and then clear the exam. UGC CSR NET. Okay, so this is one of the basic thing or the theoretical knowledge of biotechnology, biochemistry, okay, molecular biology, etc. I got through by clearing this UGC CSR NET. Then 1992, I joined with the NET. You can join a PhD program at University of Madras under Prof. Subramaniam. Again, I used to get this this employment news. I used to keep on reading, going through every time. Okay, because there was no net or net just started that time, like emails and things like that. And because one thing is like the information seeking. I was always trying to find out what is there to apply and things like that. So this 1993, there was a fellowship advertised in this employment news. German like academic exchange, DAD, it's called Deutscher Akademischer Austauschdienst, or German Academic Exchange, is selecting a few students and scholars below 32 years old and sending them to Germany to do their PhD work or postdoctoral work. Then I thought, okay, this is very good. There is one thing called sandwich model program, where you should be registered in an Indian university here, and then you can carry out your work in a German university, come back and submit my thesis. Then I thought, okay, I correctly fit this program. Let me try. So, like I know that this will again come next year, same time. And then I was going through the application of this thing. They are told that you have to get a placement letter from a German to apply for this thing. So I thought, okay, so placement letter is one of the important criteria. Okay, I'll just I think here is this. I'll continue in the next slide. So in 1994, I went to Germany. Then 1997 completed the thesis and came back. Okay. So next, how I got through is here, getting a placement letter. Okay. First is a placement letter. This one. So I know that my Professor T. Subramanian has gone to Germany, and then he worked for something in Professor Keller lab. Okay. Then like I went to sir, this is one thing I like to apply. And he's a very good professor that normally he encouraged. Okay, you apply. Okay for that. Okay. Then he told you fax Professor Keller a letter, and if everything goes right, you can get a placement letter from him. So I just made a fax that time. Okay, put a typewriter and took a electronic typewriter here and put a type. And I wrote what are my credentials. Okay, like I had undergone 3 different training programs. One in Anna University Center for Biotechnology, then IIT Roorkee Department of Biotechnology, another in Madras Institute in techniques. Okay, biochemical techniques and little bit of molecular biology. Then I wrote this thing. And I like to work on neuropeptides and things like that. In 3 days, I got the placement letter. Then again, put in the application to the Ministry of Human Resource Development. So 2-3 screenings are there. After that, you have the interview at Shastri Bhavan. There also there's I have had a little bit of strategy. I know that interview will be from different professors and directors. So what I did was I made questions. Okay, from my proposal, like more than 100 questions. I gave my proposal to my seniors, asked them to give questions. So I know that if I have answered 3, 4, 5 lines of answer in these questions, then I will be easy to crack my tree. Okay, that helped actually. Okay, that helped, and then from biotechnology, only one person will be selected from each discipline: environmental science, computer science, like that. I was lucky enough to get selected, and going to University of Bonn, it was like 2.5 years there in the University of Bonn. Different techniques, no? HPLC, ELISA, Western blotting, protein purification, many things. I got this thing and got good results. Okay, could publish a paper out of this results in marine biotechnology. Then a short time, I had a training in DLR. This is also on proteomics. That in that they had the fastest system, no? Size like a page and STS page, very cute system. They only had that. So a colleague took me there, and we had some data collection from them. So after submitting my thesis, okay, this is also a thing to tell. The good thing about DAT fellowship is in a little bit later, I will give the more details on the thing. You get to do a German course. So I did a German course at Staufen, Germany. The southern, it's in a southern part of Germany, near Switzerland, like a small village. Good. So we'll never forget something this Corona period. No, we'll never forget this Corona period. 4 months. No? Now it's getting bored. And like that, the 4 months which I'll never forget in my life is this German language course at stuff. We are 20 students and scholars from India. So it was a different culture, going to the course, and like it starts in a kindergarten, learning German. It was nice over there. Okay, so guest house and then vineyards and then many things. We just enjoyed. Every year it's selected. Now also this year also, I'm sure that people are selected and they'll be going over there. Then after this. Finishing of my thesis at University of Bonn, I came back in 1997, and then I was looking what are other opportunities. Then I saw that there is a UNESCO fellowship in biotechnology, that is only for 1 month. 1 month, okay. So I just applied to University of Bari to Professor Sergio Papa. There, it was a training on mitogenomics. Okay, did some training. Got some training over there. So this was coupled with the DAD revisit program of 2 months. Okay, in 2001. Okay, the good thing is DAD is every 3 years you can go for a revisit program. Okay, every 3 years again to Germany. So you should be active in research. Okay, active in research and doing. Go and then there are book grant, equipment grant. Okay, through this DAD. So I went the revisit program coupled to this UNESCO Biotechnology fellowship. Then again in 2002, I came across this YMPO, European Molecular Biology Organization. That time net was there, so I was searching through that World Program Fellowship. That was a 9 months program, and I did a work on molecular biology, CDNA cloning and sequence analysis of GPCR receptors in University of Oldenburg. Now, 2004, I competed for this Marie Curie fellowship. Okay, this is from the European Commission. This is a very good grant. Now, also one of the very competitive or highly paid grant for your doctoral studies, for your PhD program. Okay, or for your postdoctoral studies, or to as a young scientist project. This Marie Curie or Marie Sklodowska-Curie fellowship program. This I competed, and I got selected, and I worked for 2.5 years at 2 years at EMBL, European Molecular Biology Laboratory, Heidelberg, one of the very premier laboratory. And now this needs this fellowship, it's very competitive. So the making of application itself is an art. Okay, so there are different work programs, and then guide for others. Guide for applicants, like 60-70 pages. You have to keep take read and do research on what is asked for. Then apply for this fellowship. At the end of my talk, I have the slides. I'll just give more input there. Now I got applied for this fellowship. Then you see this DNA chip is my project. This got selected, got grade A. Okay, so grade A means it's funded. B is there, it's waiting list. Like if someone is not for the grade A, they'll they take persons the project from the B. C is also selected but not funded. D is rejected. Then you sign a contract with the institute, and my host institute and the European Commission signs a contract, and then starting date you start the project. This is the evaluation summary report, which tells the scores. So because to make an application, you should know all these things. Like what's the threshold and what's the proposer has passed the threshold. Everything is the guide for applicants has. But if you are very looking for to move into Europe for a very good fellowship, you have to go in very detail and make a time to make the application. This is MBEL, so 2004 to 2006, I did here, worked here. So professional experience. So here is I could work on transgenic fish, okay, and produce the transgenic fish. This is the transgenic fish. This is the germline integration of GFP gene and RFP, which goes into the nucleus. This is a fish model for studying muscle growth and muscle-related diseases, etc. I got a lot of experience on a confocal microscope here, okay, and that was a very good time. And so then finally, one day I realized this is what I was dreaming one day in 1990, like producing a transgenic fish. Originally, my project was on DNA microarray. Because the host laboratory shift, I had to change my project. Okay, finally ended up in producing a transgenic fish. Then MBEL is like a paradise of scientists. You have interaction with more than 100 scientists. Okay, and a good fellowship. 4,600 euros take home fellowship after tax. Tax was some 2,300 euros. And during this Mercury itself, I got training in nanobiotechnology, almost 2 weeks training in Greece, Democratis, Greece. Then after that, I came back to India because I was a faculty here. Then along with the MBEL scientists, I could organize 2 times practical course on DNA microarray and its application. In my center, we had the International Center for Nanobiotechnology. We had many applicants, about 1,000 applicants in 30 countries. So this gave me a lot of a leverage in international contacts, and then also making advanced training programs in the southern portion in a small village. Okay. So the good thing with MBEL is there are many scientists like Jonathan Blake, Ladbert Benas, and then Luis Terran was from Mexico. He was in MBEL. Christian Schager was in MBEL. Ute Winker. Okay. Almost 5 of them has 6-7 publications at that time. 2004, 6-7 publication Nature, each one, Nature and Science, and so top levels. And we could bring them here, make a collaborative work program. I trained more than 90 countries, scientists from 19 countries, and an equal number of young scientists from India. Now after that, because I got the Marie Curie, many other programs I was involved. And then I was I was selected as a focal point for Horizon 2020 research funding program, where I am not only there are more than 20 focal points who had experience in Europe. The European Commission delegation in India, they had selected, and then we had more than 10 programs like a European Commission, fostering collaboration between India and Europe. Okay. Then in 2015, again in BRICS Consortium, I was selected chairman associate. We had a presentation, Ella, myself, I was invited with the ambassador team in May 2015. So I made a proposal on making a BRICS Biomed Center in India. That was my proposal got over there. Again in 2016, we had the program discussion, because if we are doing a big program, it takes years of work here to keep on working. Then they decided by 2025 we should have 4 BRICS Biomed Centers in India, different cities. So this is my story of my total career in a nutshell. Okay, I'm not telling you, many publications we made, some projects and things like that. Many things like that. Then required skill set. This is one thing which I like to tell you. I was thinking, what made me get success? Okay, one was I got a strong urge to know the world, culture. The time Hollywood movies, no? It watch Hollywood movies during my graduation and post graduation. Maybe that had an attraction because a lot many things which was not in India, we could see that in Hollywood movies. How to explore the world and this thing. So next is the theoretical knowledge I got from preparing and competing for CSR UGC exam. Gave me a very good theoretical knowledge of biotech and different disciplines. Those who are clear that to know that. So I urge I could see that there are a lot of undergraduate and postgraduate students in the list of maybe 350 participants. CSR UGC exam is one thing, gate of like entry into a different thing. Try to work on it. Okay. Then another thing that requires skill set. One is a smart work and hard work. There is a difference. Smart work, hard work. Most of the time I did smart work. Maybe I could clear that because I got this questions ready, okay, so that I had the answer, and that interview time I could do that, okay. Then working for UGC CSR exam, okay, that was a hard work, okay, not smart work. Then you should have maybe some emotional intelligence. Networking, okay, emotional intelligence. There are a lot of problems coming to you, being in a university and then trying to do many things. It's not an easy thing. You have to do, you have to control your problems with emotional intelligence and networking. I was in LinkedIn. This is what some professor from Russia who was starting this BRICS Biotech could find out. He was searching who in India he can associate with, and then he picked me up because he found my profile in networking. Then coming to the scientific aspects of this thing, I just trained and got training in proteomics and genomics. Okay, this took me to the academically to the higher level. What is proteomics, peptide purification, protein purification characterization, covering the range of techniques of phage, ELISA, RPH, PLC, Western blotting, column chromatography, genomics, cloning, new vector production, microinjection, transitioning phase, and like confocal microscope, etc. So if you see this thing, thorough, very clear understanding of techniques and concepts. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, thorough, very clear understanding. If you take phage, okay, phage, polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis, very simple technique. But in my research time, what I did, I took went to textbooks, trying to get the details of the page. Okay, like why a stacking gel need to be there. Okay, you have a running gel. I know. I read the principle of stacking gel, how a wattage gradient is created, and these proteins get stacked based on the total net charge on them. Okay, so things like that. No, so then this I could apply here in the thing, so that very clear bands of a native page and STS page you can get it. So this is the thing, important thing. So ELISA, also like I read a lot. I developed the ELISA and then ELISA technique to quantify one of the protein molecule and published. That was published in like marine biotechnology. HPLC, 3 HPLCs. Okay, I'm just thorough with the 3 HPLCs. That also read through a lot of reading, and then that time it was we had while doing my research we had the LKB Pharmacia HPLC in University of Madras. What I took as I got this from the senior the catalog. Okay, took 2 to 3 weeks. Xerox did it, went to the library, read line by line. There are 78 functions. No? That was not attached to the computer. That is all functions your crossbar. Read through all the functions of the HPLC. So I was thorough in doing HPLC. This helped me when I went to Germany. It was easy for the operations, etc. Western blotting, column chromatography, dot plotting, same way, cloning, vector, new vector production. Read through, try to understand very clearly microinjection, confocal. Okay, I used to tell about confocal. Again, I read through the user manual and other thing so that I could adjust the different settings and get very good pictures of confocal microinjection. So, a record skill set first is that any technique you take, thorough, very clear understanding of techniques. Okay, many of us do RPA explicit. But what is this reverse phase? Okay, if you ask someone, many cannot tell. But if you know, TLC is there. Okay, the stationary phase is like it is the non-polar solvent. Okay, polar solvent between the mesh. It goes water. Then the running phase is the like a non-polar solvent. Okay, and in HPLC it is reversed. Okay, stationary phase is non-polar, and the running phase is like water plus other solvents, ethanol, like that thing. It is the so clear understanding, very clear understanding of the techniques and concepts took me. This is what I think. Took me to this level of like trying to understanding many techniques and then getting expertise in different laboratories, and one of the top laboratories. I just proud that I am an MBL alumni because it's one of the tough things to get into MBL, but little hard work and smart work you can easily get through MBL because MBL they have the doctoral program. Even if you selected for interview, they give you flight ticket to go to Germany and come and so lot of other fellowships are there which will come through. Okay, now so the possible opportunities. So this is and you need to do this exercise. I'll be skipping here, no? Because it will take a lot of time if I am going to go in all the details, no? So here if you the DAD website is there, fully funded scholarship for Indian students. Globally they have. I have given the website of the DAD. If you go through that, there are, if you see that, there are 85 funding opportunities, 85 scholarship options for selection, 85. Okay, so for it is from maybe postgraduate and doctoral degree, lot of things are there. Go through the scholarship database, bilateral exchange for faculty. Okay, DLR DAD is for postdoctoral research, doctoral graduates. So many things are there. Okay, just skipping. So here is this sandwich model program which I got through 80. Then you have that master's funding program. If you go through this site, it will get they give you like 850 euros for masters. Here 850 euros means you can save like 30,000 rupees per month in the 850 euros what they give. It's not like a currency value is high. So like food will cost only 100 euros per month, and your accommodation maybe 200 euros, things like that. Okay. Then UNESCO, again, this there's a government of Japan offers 10 fellowship, which Indians can compete. Then EMBO has lot many EMBO fellowships, EMBO short-term fellowship, postdoctoral fellowship, EMBO's courses and workshop you can apply. I got through one EMBO World Program fellowship. And then Marie Curie, this is now it's open. 9th September is the last date to apply. It's on online application. For this program, Marie Curie they are spending 328 million euros, or about 2,886 crores of funding for only this call. Okay, this call. You can imagine how how massive it is. I applied for this individual fellowship, get through. There are different RISE and ITN co-fund programs, etc., where even you can apply. Okay, just this one. Then if you are interested, you can go through this part 1 and part 2 of this thing. We have a group European fellowships and grants, there where all the links are there. Then this gives the pocket guide for research and University Marie Curie. This is one thing which you need to go through. Then another one is Horizon 2020 work program. This is 95 pages, but here 20-30 pages is exactly for Marie Curie. And this is the very important thing. A Horizon 20 program guide for applicants. So if you compete for Marie Curie, this is one thing, 69 pages. Maybe you have to go line by line, word by word. and then try to, before making an application. Then there's another thing called widening fellowships. Okay, this is very new. Maybe people have more chance we are going for widening fellowship. Lot of financial benefit, as I told you, this Marie Curie, they have 5,080 euros, like a monthly savings. If I'm correct, it will be 2.8 lakhs per month for a postdoctoral fellow. Okay. Lot of benefits they get. Okay. In Erasmus Mundus for PG students for doing for your joint master's degree. Okay, Erasmus Mundus is there. Then ERC, it's a big grant. Okay, ERC advanced grant, they get 2.5 million euros, about 22 crores for 5 years, where a group of scientists from India can collaborate with this European labs and go for the ERC advanced grant, starting grant for like young PhDs and the ERC consolidated grants. Lot of things. ERC is a top funding program. Lot of things you can get access, like your access. If you go to the website, if you want to find a host, you can register your biodata there. Maybe a host will be finding for some interested Marie Curie fellows or this thing, they can find you through this registration. Then there is another thing, like European Union has come out, a compendium of European mobility fellowship. This I given the website, you can go through that 120 funding programs. Okay, to summarize, okay, I have now given my educational background and then my journey from my post-graduation. I got excited with hearing the word transgenic. I ended with producing a transgenic fish. Okay, and then by getting these fellowships and understanding what is the other advantage, I got selected as a focal point and the chairman of Society of experiment, and trying to work on major projects and things like that. And record skills, I just gave from my experience what I had, what skills I practiced, and then in techniques, how I was trying to find out clearly what are the concepts and trying to apply that. Okay. Finally, it's the possible funding opportunities given in a few slides, which I have not gone to, but interested people can go through that. Okay, so to finalize, 3 tips for success is: read something no one else is reading, think something no one else is thinking, do something no one else is doing. Okay, it's like this time is survival of the not the survival of the fittest, because everyone is fit. It's the survival of the fastest. Whatever thing, like I used to tell even my students, now, East or West, home is the best. Okay, go get trained, good, have collaboration, come back. This is India is one of the greatest countries with a lot of culture, social thing, which cannot be computed in money and things like that. Okay, so best of luck, and thank you all from Prakash Vincent. Thank you very much.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your insightful talk. It was very interesting to know your journey. How you started when the internet was not so accessible, and you applied through looking at advertisements in employment news. Then you went through all these strings of fellowships, DARD, EMBO, Marie Curie. And in the process, you also visited many countries, Germany, Greece, Italy. And you have nicely summarized what were the take-home points. For example, you emphasized on theoretical knowledge and thorough understanding of techniques, and literature review, as well as reading about these techniques. And you told about the importance of seeking information about fellowships as well as other things. And you talked about smart work, emotional intelligence, networking, and collaboration. And I think it is really nice to get this insight from you. So moving on, I will start with some questions that we have received from our attendees. So you told in brief about possible opportunities, and we really look forward to receiving the PDF of your talk so that we can go over it again. So yeah, so you told that there are fellowship websites like DARD, UNESCO, EMBO, and MSCA. Do you know if there is like a common online portal from where we can maybe access all of these? Do you know any such place,
No,
or it's we have to go to individual?
I don't think there's a common because so many. I just listed few in Europe. No? There are US
Yes,
based, Australian based. It's a very big, very big. Okay.
yes, yes.
So I don't think I have not come across. Maybe I didn't search it to find out. So if there is a thing uh, uh, there should be some site which covers many other things. Surely it should be there. If you search it, like maybe you can get access to many sites which can give not many fellowships.
Okay. Okay, nice. So yeah, I mean, it's better to go through all the sites that we know of and always keep looking for other opportunities. Okay, so then I have another question. So when you were applying for these fellowships at various stages in your career, say for example during PhD, after PhD, uh, did you develop a different approach each time? You focused on something else for each of your applications? Can
Uh,
you?
yeah, you mean the projects of projects or the what you are
Yes.
trying to tell is a project which different projects. Yeah, it was a little bit different projects in each one. I used to see what type of training I want. I used to see the host go through when the net was there, the 1997, 98. Okay, different host. What is the host like? Who are the host and what type of work they are doing? Okay, so like in UNESCO, I know that he's working a lot of work on mitogenomics. So only if I write a project on mitogenomics, I get trained there for molecular biology. So you need to go through the website of the, if you are applying for have a host, you need to understand what they are trying to do. If you go with a different project, it is the success is less. They won't get interested in taking it. Okay, this is very, very important. Even for Marie Curie, I did. It was Ansorg, Wilhelm Ansorg. So that time he was beyond DNA microarray. So I went through all his publications and then wrote a proposal, which is an application of marine science, which they didn't do. DNA microarray application in marine science. Okay, so he was interested because it's a new application for them, but using their techniques. So this is the winning thing of getting this Marie Curie fellowship. So this is very important to see the host laboratory before, if you are selecting this host, it should be aligning with what they are trying to do.
Yeah. Yes, that is quite important to do the background research about
Yeah,
where do you want to go and what do they want to do, and
yes,
align your interests. And
yeah.
okay, so then there are few more questions. So there are some general questions like what should I do to have a career abroad after finishing my master's in India, or how do I get fellowships abroad after finishing masters in biotechnology in India? So
Yeah,
yeah,
okay. So one thing is, dad is one important supporter. Okay, because there's 85 programs in that. Okay, 85 programs. So any postgraduate student, I go through a DAD website, and in this 85 programs, surely there are 15 to 20 programs or more where you can apply for your PhD program. Okay, so that. Then I had given the EU compendium. Okay, this is has a lot. This okay, it's in slide number. Yeah, slide number 41. I have given the link also. You can take the PDF of this thing. Lot many fellowships, Austria, Netherlands, and for research. So I'm a, if you apply for 10 programs, I can tell you there are more than 100 programs for funding programs for doing for your PhD. Apply 10, you will get through one. Okay, because I told some students like that. Okay, one of my scholar, he applied for 10 programs. He applied for 3 programs. He got through one program. Went there to Germany, did 3 months of research and came back. Another student of mine, he got 2 years, went to EBA, Kingston, and University of California, all through fellowships. So you have to keep on finding it and how to apply the. Then if lab means you have to, if they have to get a like a placement letter, then you have to find which lab. Then write a one-page proposal which fits the lab, so that you will be interested in taking it. This is very important. Not trying to do your own idea. Do a research on what they are doing, try to work a new concept there. Okay, the sub area. This will work very fine.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So you talked about Erasmus Mundus and EU Compendium, and so yes. So there are questions about how to write proposals for fully funded fellowships. I think you just told that try to align your proposals to the laboratory that you want to visit. And there is another question. So without IELTS or TOEFL or GRE score, can one do PhD abroad or at places maybe like Germany or Australia or any other country?
Yeah. I think so. You can do that.
Yes. Okay. And there is another question where someone wants to know if there is any way to get foreign grants or fellowship for carrying out PhD research in Indian universities.
Yeah, sandwich model is one program which I told. No, you have to register here in an Indian university, apply for the sandwich model program, then go there. Then that's not even restricted to one visit. I came two times back to India to work here and go there like that. Multiple times I can go. That is one program. You know. Otherwise, I have not come across other programs.
Okay. But anyway, they can probably apply for other fellowships which can give funding for short duration travel to international laboratories.
Jumbo has, okay, that has.
Okay, so then there are some more questions. There are some specific questions. For example, someone is interested in biomedical science and they want suggestions on how to do PhD in biomedical science abroad and which fellowships are available. I think most of the fellowships you mentioned will apply here, right?
Okay. Yeah, covers that. Even arts and science. Lot of things are there.
Okay. So I think I would suggest to the person who asked this question that please go through all the funding opportunities that are already shared, and biomedical science will fit into most of them. Then there is a question about, sir, do you know anything about PhD opportunities in other countries like Australia and Dubai? Do you have
there are opportunities. Actually, I have not gone through the details, but there are opportunities. There are opportunities because any developed G8 or G20 nation, they have lot many funding opportunities for international students. Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, they have them. It's only now Google is there. Just in 5 minutes, you can get 10 opportunities.
Yes. Sure. So there was another very specific question. So there is a general question about how to prepare for interviews. So did you have interviews for all these fellowships that you applied for?
Only Dad only had the interview. That's what I told. You, based on your thing, if you have 100 questions already prepared and five-line answer already before going to interview, or more than 100 questions, you have a good winning chance. Because there, once you go there, if someone asks a question, you don't to sit there, think and answer, because in this 100 questions, somewhere you'll find an answer for the question what is asked in the interview. So the time will be short. There you don't want to correct yourself, telling one thing and then no, this is the thing, something like that. So be prepared with questions, minimum 100 or more than that. Okay, different areas. Have the answer ready. Okay, then you can you are winning.
So
hello, Snehal. You are muted. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, Snehal. You were muted actually. Can you unmute and speak again?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just reiterating the fact that for interviews, as told, you have to prepare questionnaire yourself and maybe have mock interviews with your peers to be confident about facing the interviewer.
Okay.
And sir, if you have any idea about Max Planck, International Max Planck Research School IMPRS interviews?
Actually, I don't have an idea. I know that
Okay.
the Max Planck Institute has very big, massive program of PhD and postdoctoral, but I don't have an experience. Also, Humboldt has a good postdoctoral program. I don't have the experience. Because
All right. And yes, then there is one more question about what makes a great proposal according to you,
Hello,
research
sir.
proposal.
My question is that.
Hello.
Please.
Hello.
Yeah, I want to ask some question.
Can you please type your question? We will ask the.
Yeah, ma'am. I have typed the question chat box of the webinar.
Hello. Kindly be patient that we will ask all the questions. Kindly
Yes.
post your question.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
sir.
am here. Even if another 1 hour, I am
Yeah.
here to answer. No, be patient. And
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I'm not an urgent. Okay.
Yes. So there was a question about what makes a great proposal according to you, and can you suggest few tips for early career researchers who are writing grant proposals?
Yeah. This is what one thing. One is like you need to really understand the grant application. Okay. Because as I told you, even that's what I did this in Marie Curie. You have to read through line by line what they're asking for. Okay, and write a correct answer what is asked for. Okay, not what you think. This is very important. This needs a little bit practice also, and your line by line, point by point, you have to read and then write a line. Okay, this is one point they asked. Whether this line what I write will fit that point. Then go to the next point. Like that, you have to get a thorough knowledge of what is asked in the proposal, like a format. You got it? This is very important. Once you do that, then because one proposal I took almost 2 weeks, just not anything, only working on the proposal. That made me a winning grant, Marie Curie grant.
Okay. Then there is another question, specific question, where it is about how do I avail international fellowships to move a step further in my research career in the field of breast cancer biology, and also is there any possibility to do foreign collaboration? If you have any leads on that, you can.
I think cancer is just one of the major area where lot many laboratories are doing. Okay, so what I will suggest is like you go through scientists who are working on cancer research in different institutes, try to understand what they're trying to do, because like maybe they work on receptors or then small molecules or this thing, and get a knowledge on what they're trying to do. Then if you read through 5 of their papers, maybe we'll get an idea, no? Another small sub area which you can work out. Okay, based on that, then you have to write a mail to them. This is my idea. Whether I can write a proposal so that through some funding program I can come. This is important. If you ask like even a top scientist, like, can I come with my own funding? They will agree. Okay, if you ask them whether like can you give me a position or this thing, because they're flooded with applications. Okay, so normally you get rejected. But if you tell like I am applying for Marie Curie, so if I come with the funding program, you will get an answer easily. Okay, this is I did this. Okay, I did this.
Okay. So trying to acquire your own fellowship if possible, and looking at the profile of the lab where you are trying to go is
this is very important. You do a lot of homework.
Okay.
Lot of homework.
Okay, then there is so I will again look at the set of questions and see what I have missed. So someone is asking that they were applying for a lot of foreign universities and the registration fee is very high. So is there any fellowship where I can register for free? If you have any idea about this?
Whatever I told, these fellowships give you a good grant. Okay, maybe whatever in this, whatever I covered, these links and all have more than 400 or 500 fellowships, different this thing. They give grant. They give grant which can cover your tuition fee. I don't think any program as such gives only the covers only the tuition fee. They give you fellowship which you can cover your tuition fee.
Then there is another question. I finished my MTech integrated in bioinformatics. Do people consider this degree as a master's degree? And for pursuing work under fellowships, shall we start from the scratch? I didn't understand it fully, but I think the main question is whether MTech in bioinformatics is considered as
if it's it should be from a recognized university, whether if they're done in a college, it should be a recognized university from India. It is considered. It's not at all a problem.
Then there is next question. What are the things that should be avoided while writing proposals?
Yeah. One thing like avoiding this. I told like you should not write what you think. Okay, like this is even like here this point, 11 slide number. Like they asked, okay, tell you the search. Sorry, I don't know the questions here. It was okay. So like yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't have that exactly. The scientific quality of the project. Okay, there are different areas, the research topic and different like how it will be useful to European Commission, European this thing, funding programs and like different questions. Very aptly the answer should be, and it should be in a sequence. Okay, you start from what the first point they asked, then go to the middle of the thing like that. This very quickly I did like that. No, even a 2-line question, but 5 aspects it will be there. 5 aspects in a 2-line question. Okay, in the research thing. So first I take that, write an answer, 2-line answer for that, correct exactly. Then go to the next aspect which they asked, write the answer. So it should be exactly fitting to the question, and then it should be in a sequence. Okay, so that the reader, the good expert, will get a clear what the understanding of your project. This is very important. Working a smart work on the proposal is very important.
And there is next question. Which are the best universities abroad for postgraduate in biotechnology?
Okay, this itself is a big list, no? Okay, because
Yes.
if you ask the top 10 universities in Europe or top 100 universities in Europe, you'll get a list. Okay, in US, you'll get a list. Okay, just 2 minutes in Google. Then find out each one will have your biotech department. All the universities, almost all. Okay, so it's just matter of 2 minutes in Google.
Okay, sir. And can you put a light on integrated PhD courses? Are there any courses which cover both masters and PhD in Europe?
In Europe, that should be sure. That should be, but very specifically, I should just search and find out. Okay, that should be okay. Somewhere it's there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, just let me check if there are any more questions. So there is question about did you face a reverse culture shock with regards to academic life after coming back from abroad?
Yeah.
This is a very different question. But
Yeah. This is very important question actually. This is why I told like you should have emotional intelligence. Okay.
Okay.
So it's very difficult in Indian condition, but my objective was winners never quit and quitters never win. Okay, isn't it? Okay. Solely I am like a focal point or a chairman as I said of BRICS, but you will get so many problems. Then what I do is, if some problem is coming, if like I had a good program and it is shutting down, and someone is like trying to close it down, I come here, sit, I write a grant, okay, that night, okay, I write a grant, and this was my like motivation, like so. If you go and complaining and this thing, you don't waste of time. Your waste of time. Okay, come here. If something is going negative, come here, sit, write a grant. Okay, write a fellowship or apply for a different program, and then you are the winner. Okay, this is how I won using emotional intelligence. Okay. Because coming back, culture shock. Normally, people come here, and when there is a lot of problem, they quit. But I have different. I just stood here and then won over this culture shocks and things.
Okay. There is so one question from me, and then I think Mahesh can ask if I had missed any questions. So, like, how did you go about finding academic positions in India, and like when you were actually abroad and you wanted to come back?
Yeah.
How did you
Okay.
go about it?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, this also another interesting question. When I was doing my research in Germany, in PhD, then I thought I was longing to always come back to India. Okay, doing my research, and then I will always have the feeling, socially we are very rich. Okay, friends and the culture and also living in Kanyakumari district. I thought you have to come back, get a job here, then keep on going for short time. Okay, so I came back, then find a job, temporary lecturer job in Center for Marine Science and Technology in 1997. Then one professor, Dr. Lazarus, was there, so you could understand that a lot of experience I have. Then I got permanent in 1999 as a lecturer that time. Then again, for short time, I went abroad. I came back, joined. Then 2 years again abroad. There was this is also the previous question, emotional intelligence. When problems are there, you try to go abroad to get a training program. Come back, okay. So I had a position here, lecturer. Then I put a loss of pay leave for 2-3 years. Go there, also develop the career and then training and come back. And then in reader, I was in 2007. Then professor in 2030, and then after some time, then I didn't want to take any fellowship this thing, because a long time I don't want to stay over there. Also family thing, was son was growing, I put him in a school and then continued here. So I decided when I was doing my research itself, I don't want to apply for postdoc and end up stuck in any countries. Come back, get a job here, and then keep a collaboration with the job here. And my research team is all here, also with me here.
So throughout the years, being in contact with the Indian academia or holding a position if you can, and but at the same time exploring foreign collaborations is what you recommend. Okay. So I think that is all from me, but I will hand this over to Mahesh, and if I have missed any questions, maybe he can take that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Sneha, for making the session very interactive. And there is one more question, maybe I find it very interesting. Like, sir, have you ever thought of making startup doing your research while doing your research?
Yeah. Okay. Once coming back from Germany, because MBL has a lot of programs, startup programs. That was in 2006. Okay. So you are charged up, no? You have to have a startup in India. Okay. Then people have not heard about startups that time, 2006. I, with my friends in Bangalore, we had a expression Biotech. We had a startup. Okay. In the Kanyakumari district. Okay. We employed 4 people. And we had a program through this startup, it was a MSc Biotechnology program, where we had 2 batches of students. Then we even filed 16 patents in a year, that initial specification. Final specification could not be done. That was something to the earlier question, how the culture shock could not be done for so and so reason. Then it by 2012 it was to closed down because of some external non. Okay, what's that? Indian, the way Indian things work, no? Okay. But I'm not. I don't leave that there. Okay. Now,
Okay.
like with my students, we have planned another startup.
Okay. So you had a thought of doing the startup during your research. And what is the status of your startup now? So, like, you started something. What is the status now?
Status. I have the business proposal ready.
Okay.
Worked for almost 6 months to understand what is the business proposal, then download a lot of articles on my area. We discovered a novel molecule like allergen, which is against the human superbugs.
Okay.
So based on that thing, I saw the market. This thing got this thing ready, business plan ready. Was talking to a few people. Not a commitment has not yet come, but I think another few months or years, we'll get funding.
Okay. So let's make this as a last question. What is your opinion or advice for the people who want to do biotechnology career in entrepreneurship? What is your advice for them?
Those who have passion for entrepreneurship. Okay. And biotech is upcoming area. A lot of things are going to come up. No? Okay, mainly one area within the BRICS Biomed Consortium planning. 3D printing of organ is an upcoming area. Okay, and like everyone need a heart one time. No? You need a pancreas. You need a kidney. Maybe you can extend your life for 20 years. Am I right? Okay. If you have a heart ready from a tissue, like already made the grown and that thing, and this is one example I'm telling. Okay, so many areas, because now like we have food security already, enough food is there. Now next is medical security. No? How you have a good life, long life. Okay, less of diseases and things like that. So biotech is going to have a major impact. So, and entrepreneurship there. So those who are interested in this area, this is a very nice area. Be in industry and try to have your own startup. This is I'm telling a major area which a venturing person. Okay, and also having lot of patience and lot of ideas. If you have, you will be a winner. Okay.
Does publications really important for startups or for the people?
Not public. I don't think publication is not a very. You need to have a product. You need to have a product in your hand, or not a fully finished product. If a biomolecule, no? If a molecule, in our case, we discovered a novel molecule, that's not a fully thing. You have to do a lot of chemical modifications and things like that before it goes to preclinical studies, etc. So in your research, you have something. Think of something which is done maybe 20%, 30%. Okay. Then people are there to support you with some like a startup grant, like angel investors. Okay, they put like 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs. Okay, once you have moved a little bit. Okay, the angel investors are there, which will put this risk investing. Okay, once the angel investors come, then you can go for seed A funding, seed B funding, seed funding. You can move on. But it's like not a cakewalk, like a bed of roses. No? You have to, entrepreneur is one person who have to absorb all the shocks. Okay, all the shocks. But if you're determined, okay, you can make it. Okay, this is the winners do that. Okay, so it is that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So thank you so much, sir. It's a really wonderful session. I would say like it was a rich up, very informative session. So I thank Dr. Snehal and also thank Professor Prakash Vincent for answering all the questions with patience. Now it is my privilege to propose vote of thanks on behalf of LLB School, and we want to express our gratitude to Professor Prakash Vincent for sharing his excellent journey with his rich of experience on international fellowships and many informative aspects related to biotechnology. I'm sure this might be really helpful to all the LLB members and also students from TNU CPMB. So thank you so much, sir, again.
Okay.
And it was an overall good experience with the whole talk. And we would like to have you in the future session as well.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we
thank
have some important announcements for all the participants. So Pranav, can you share the slides? So all the participants, we have initiated a new platform called LLB Futura. It's one of a child platform from the LLB school. The aim of LLB Futura is same to facilitate the future of students' career and ease the research life of scientific professionals. How we are going to do this? We are going to make a platform. We already made a platform where students or research like scientists or science professionals, any biotechnology or biomathematics related professional, they can find their suitable collaborators and they can find their freelancers to discuss about their career and also about their project and everything, and they can get an idea. And also they can find the courses. The course is not going to be theory kind of thing. You'll find all the courses it's related to completely application oriented, like sharing, for example, if there is a bioinformatics expert, you will have a course only related to application oriented. For example, like molecular docking or molecular simulation, like practical oriented. And at lot, and also at the end, you will have consultants. You can call our LLB experts. Like you will have experts from biotechnology, bioinformatics, and intellectual property rights, also environmental science. We have also expert from health management, information system, and clinical science programming. So everyone can connect with LLB Futura and they can get use of this. And how how everyone can connect this LLB Futura. Pranav, we don't see you the slides. Yeah, the next slide. So right now we are building the community of experts. So if anybody interested to be LLB collaborators or freelancers, tutors, if you want to be expert consultants from the all the field from biotechnology or mathematics, you are welcome to sign up. And here is the website of our website of our LLB Futura link. You can always go to this link and sign up to be LLB collaborators or freelancers. And also the final, I would like to thank our webinar collaborators, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, CPMB, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, and also IMOT Agri Forum for supporting us for this webinar series.